now let's consider another case to see whether this line of reasoning really does support this claim about moral relativism, about the truth of moral statements. Well, let's talk about alethic or truth relativism. Alethic is a philosophical term related to the modalities of truth, whether it's actually true, necessarily true, contingent but false. So if we think about it, in a certain sense, they're telling us that the truth, at least of certain statements, is relative, is subjective or relative. Subjective or relative to a culture, to a person, something like that. So is that, in fact, a tenable doctrine? Well, let's consider one of our factual statements. The earth is not flat. Now, certainly the following is true. That statement would be true for me, but let's suppose that you're a flat earth person, but false for you, right? We have groups of people, the Flat Earth Society, who think the earth is flat. Most of us think that the earth is not flat. And in fact, you might say something more general, that it's true for 21st century Americans that the earth is flat, but it's false for ancient Babylonians who didn't realize that the earth was not flat, that it was spherical. Is that really right? That it was true for us in 21st century Americans, but false in ancient Babylon? Well, you got to ask yourself the following question. Did the earth's shape change between ancient and modern times? Between the Middle East and North America? I mean, the obvious answer is no. And we're inclined to think, well, if the earth didn't change, then we're right and the ancient Babylonians are wrong. And it's for that reason that we're inclined to think that factual statements are, let me call it, objectively true or false. It doesn't depend on who we are, where we are, what we know about what theories of science we have. Rather, they are just either true or false depending on the way the world is.